he said his reason was because he said everybody supposed to be Shabbat and resting, so they laying down anyway. Well, he threw that one in there real smooth. That was a good one.
Abiyu, Shabbat Vashimani, Yizkara Shimha, Tavo Mehu Teha, Yashar Sonha, Bares Shana, Asha Vashimani, Telalu Hayam Lakam Kandu, Attachmanu Attachmanu, Yashar Saki Manatu, Shah Moladu, Uwat Biladu Madeo Sa, Katin Pastelani, Ikara, Helka Hamaraka, Watimora, Watibet, Olami. Amen.
Our Father, who lives in heaven, blessed is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the power, yours is the kingdom, the power, and the esteem forever. In the name of all names, Yahuah YAHUSHA. Amen. Why what? The reason why we do not face east. We face towards Jerusalem, where his name dwells. It's Jerusalem. That means Yah has added peace. That's what the name YAHUSHA. They changed it. He actually where our name dwells. So he actually gives us commandments in the book to face where his name dwells. So if we was in Japan, we face west because it's past Jerusalem. It has nothing to do with worship, sun worship. It has nothing to do with being Islam and facing the east in Islamic prayer. They do what we do because we are the originators. Aubrey is the original thing. They do it in bondage, by the way, too. They have to do it 5 times a day. Yahuah says pray without ceasing, without stopping at all. So we should be always in constant communication with him. So when we say face towards Jerusalem, which is east, why? Because America is west of Jerusalem. So it's all in context. Everything is context. We are not Muslims. Muslims worship a stone too. They are a false religion like Christianity and Judaism. We are the true belief system and culture of the Most High. We are what Masha was. We are what Yahusha was, what Yahuah, or by Yahuah. All the prophets that you read in that book, they believe what we believe. Matter of fact, if you read Ezekiel 8, the priests were facing with their backs towards the temple in offense to him, praying towards the sun. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we'll go that slow. Masha is who they call Moses. Yahusha is Yahusha. That guy JC that they call is a false name, straight up. I'm not even going to say who people call Jesus. That is false. His name was never Jesus, would have never been Jesus. He never would have been called Jesus. He never would have answered to Jesus. Jesus wasn't even in creation at that time, the name. But he says, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. His name is Yahusha. Yahuah is our Savior. That's Isaiah or Yeshayahu 42:8. I alone am Savior, besides there is none other. That's what we believe. So we're going to go into this. If I'm going too fast, thank you, Stephanie. Always have me break it down when we move. Sorry for the new people coming in. I'm sorry. I just blurt out the names. Yeah, my wife gonna correct me. I blurt out the name, but the names. I feel like the names are important because they were important to Yahuah. So when I say Obadiah, that's Obadiah. When I say Yashayahu, that's Isaiah. You still hear Yah in there. It's just like saying Hallelujah. Hallelujah means praise to Yah. They say it in every Christian church. But when you tell them that he has a Hebrew name, oh, we don't speak Hebrew though. But oh, hallelujah! Then at the campfire meetings, they kumbaya, kumbaya. But when you tell them the name is Yahuah, oh, we don't speak no Hebrew. We Greek. Chi, Alpha, Psi, Phi, Alpha, Alpha, Omega. You ain't Greek either. Come on, man. Y'all, that's mental. That's a mental deficiency right there. That's what I'm gonna call that. A deficiency. Your chromosome is all inept. A prophet said that in a track. Your chromosome is inept. That means it's lacking. That's deep. So, We ran it enough. Praise Yahuah. Barak Yahuah. Hallelujah. So when we say hallelujah, we actually playing a name above all names. Yah. He rides through the heavens on the name Yah. That's Psalm 68 and 4. Shout out to Aki Livewire who's not here, man. Shabbat Shalom to you, man. We love you. We have other people recording. And we're talking about the power of the blood, part 2. Before we go back into this, power of the blood, part 2, I want to share that his name is Adam, where we get Adam, and Adam means of redness. The red represents blood. So Adam means blood. His name means from blood. So the whole thing that you see from beginning to end of these books, from Genesis to Revelation, Barashit to Hazan, is about blood. Everything is about blood. I want you to understand that when we go into this. This is why voodoo priests have to shed blood. This is why the elite, the Illuminati, have to shed blood. This is why sex trafficking is happening in the world, worldwide. Child molestation is happening because Satan requires blood. Why? Because Yahuah has made it a law on the earth that every worship of a spirit, whether it's bad or good, requires blood. That's why the Mashiach, the Savior of Yasharal, the Savior of those who come into the covenant, the covenant, that's why he died on a tree and had to shed his blood. It says, him you hung on a tree. It says, without the shedding of blood, there is no remission of sins. We call them crimes. All right. So let's go to Genesis 3, or Barashit 3. Let's go here. This is very important information on this teaching. Please hear it. Because in the last days, I shared it to the Akeem in the assembly. But if you read that, I think I shared you Baruch. It says in the last days there will be spirits. But those spirits were called shadim, where we get the term shadows from. A lot of people say they see shadows. My wife even said, going outside the house, she sees shadows moving. Why do you think you see those shadows? Those are shadim in Hebrew. Shadim is where we get the term shadow from, and also I believe where we get the term demon from. It means evil spirit. A shadim is an evil spirit. That's why a lot of times you will see something, but it's something there, but you're like, man, I seen something. You know what I'm saying? That's a shadow. And that shadow comes from the Hebrew word shadim, which evil spirit. It's not your shadow. You're not to be afraid of your shadow, obviously. But they come in a shadowy form as to hide from your sight. And I'm going to share all this. Now, this is Barashit 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahuah Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, has Elohim said, You shall not eat of every tree in the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim said, You shall not eat it, neither shall you touch it. Yahuah did not say that. He didn't say anything about touching it. He just said, You shall not eat it. She added touch. Anytime a man adds something to the word of Yahuah, it is destruction. Right. I told this to the Jehovah's Witness and the Mormons when I talked to them. Anytime you add something to his Torah, you have added destruction to yourself. He did not say touch it. He just said eat. Watch this. I'm going to go to it. This is Genesis 2. Just skip right over. Chapter 2 and 16. Listen to this. And Yahuah Elohim commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden you may freely eat. Right. But the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you shall not eat of it. Where's touch? For in the day that you eat thereof, you shall die. Meaning you could pluck that mug off that tree and kick it like a hacky sack ball. You can play soccer with it. Huh? You can wrap it on a string and spin around your head just like a helicopter. Feed it. But he didn't say you couldn't touch it. She added something that wasn't even there. The commandment. Pay attention to this because this is key. This is what's happening in Christianity. This is what's happening in Judaism. This is what's happening in Islam. This is what's happening in Hinduism and Buddhism. That's why religion man-made is evil. Go ahead. Man, I just talked about that yesterday. I didn't even tell you that. I can have a pet pig named Chris P. Bacon. I want one. My wife won't let me get one. A little bitty guy, yeah. I don't eat pork because he commanded us not to eat pork. Any soul that eats pork is an abomination unto himself and to his Elohim Yahuah. I don't eat my dog.
Right. No matter how you cook it.
No matter how you cook it. But I can have a pet pig. Why? Because he is alive. It's just like a dog. It doesn't make me unclean to have crispy bacon as a pet, not food. Because somebody will cut that out. I will call him crispy bacon, but I won't eat crispy bacon. Right, and if he dies and you have to bury that pig, you're only unclean to the evening because that's grace, or that's what they call grace. We call it favor, or that's called mercy. He knows that you have to bury an animal that you have. So if you touch that animal, you're only unclean to the evening. But don't use that as an excuse to eat pig.
No.
Lips that touch swine will never touch mine because I feel so divine. Remember Martin said that? You can have a pet pig. That's what the context is. You can touch him, you can play with him like a dog. America got it all back. When you say you won't eat a dog, but you eat a pig. But they're both unclean animals. But then you share videos of Asia eating dogs, talking about, they're eating a dog. You're a hypocrite.
Right.
You are a true hypocrite.
Right.
So the context of it is, don't eat it, not touch. You see what she did? All right, so we back on it. Hallelujah. Lest you die. 4. And the serpent, that's why he was able to manipulate her, because she already added something out of her own self.
Right.
Satan manipulates you when you try to add something out of your own self.
Right.
So Satan said, or the serpent said, unto the woman, you shall not surely die. A half truth is a whole lie.
Oh, man.
If Yahuah said you're going to die, guess what? That's it. For Elohim knows that in the day you eat thereof, your eyes shall be opened. See, this awakening that we have in the conscious community, these Hebrews and these Egyptians, these Kemet teachers, and these other floaty folks, man, I don't even know what they doing. Floaty folks, I call them. This awakening you having is your eyes being opened by the tree or the forbidden knowledge of good and evil. Just because you awake don't mean you in the truth. See? Their eyes were open, they was awakened. But watch this. They already had the truth because Yahuah was coming and dealing with them every day. So watch this. Your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as Elohim, knowing good and evil. When I say Elohim, for those who are new to this, it means mighty one or power. The term Elohim is what they translated to God, but that's not the right term. Because, Christians think God is a name. But God is not a name. It's Elohim. Elohim means, in Hebrew, means power or strength. You get what I'm saying? So that's what that term comes from. All right. And when the woman that saw that the tree was good for food and was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise. See that wisdom? That's that knowledge like Brother Polite them commence be kicking out. That knowledge that has no weight to it. It just sounds like he rambling on. There's no truth to it. It's just a whole bunch of head knowledge. Wisdom within yourself or from evil is empty wisdom. The fear of Yahuah is the beginning of wisdom. Ain't that the book? So you fear Yahuah, that gives you wisdom with that. But just having wisdom out yourself, you still dumb as a bag of rocks. Right. Wisdom out of yourself ain't going to bring deliverance to anybody. No deliverance. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat. and gave also unto her man with her, and he did eat. He already knew what Yahuah said. I read it to you in 2:16 through 17. So he already knew not to eat the fruit. She was deceived into eating the fruit. Huh? So the problem is not directly with the woman, it's with her headship. This is where blood is coming in. Pay attention. It's with the headship. Because, okay, he deceived her, but I told you directly from my own mouth, Adam. I told you when I walked you through before she even came. See that? So, why did you eat it? He could have said, Hawa, no. Not that I am. Blah. No. Because Yahuah said not to eat this. And I do believe this based on the book. If he had did that, his obedience would have forgiven and covered her disobedience. You get what I'm saying? Because of his obedience to Yahuah. Who is your covering? See, this is where the church getting messed up. They'll ask us, did he not ask us that? Who your covering? We say, Yahusha is our covering. No, I got a man. I got to have a man my covering. And without him, I can't be holy. I can't walk holy, is what he said. Crazy pastor. Shofar crab lips.
So silly.
Huh? So if he actually operated in the covering that he was supposed to be, husbands are the coverings of their wives. And that's when we talk about head coverings. Head coverings, actually tying your head up covered, is not the culture. The head covering is the husband is the head of the wife.
Hey, get out my room. I just was telling this young
Well, then you need to be in here then. Huh? That's why if you look over the east, women that's unmarried, their covering is still their father and their older brothers. That's why they can't even drive unless they're in the car with an older brother. You get what I'm saying? That's the covering that he's talking about when he says a man should not preach with his head covering. We got people probably lobbing off right now because they got on hats. Ain't that crazy?
Somebody asked that. Why you not got a head?
I didn't even know that. Look at the Ruach. Look at the spirit of Yah. So somebody probably, how did I know that? So somebody probably said, y'all got y'all hats covered. Y'all got y'all heads covered. Don't the book say?
Won't be the first time we heard that.
Don't wait, hold on.
Wait, let me invite.
Don't the book say you're not supposed to teach with your head covered? It says men should not teach with their heads covered. What does that mean? Having another man cover them.
Wait, I just invited him. I want him to come back so you can say it.
No, let him do it now. He can watch it later.
Okay.
We're trying to teach. He should have known the book. What you was finna say? Not Yahoo with all this extra.
That's what I was telling this young fella. I said, Yahushua is our covering.
That's right.
So, if a man, what they say is like another man is covering, it's like the Pope being covering, and they call it him father.
Thank you. So in context, for one thing, that's not scripture. That was Shaul speaking. But he understood. See that? Let's break that down. Shaul's letters is not scripture. They are letters from an Akim to the body. That is letters from the Akim to the body. That is not scripture. Scripture is considered direct word from Yahuah. See? Just like Adam got direct word not to eat the fruit. So when I say my head covered, when it says man should not have his head covered, it's talking about me saying this guy right here is my covering. So everything that I learned, I got to go to him and say, Elder, what do you say? What do you say about my life?
Right.
I need to know. I need your blessing, Elder. Elder. Well, Elder said the 12 tribes are Hawaiians, and Elder said, see? But the true covering, he said when a man should not pray or prophesy with his head covered, it means the covering of another man.
Right.
That's why that chapter starts off, I think it's, 1 Corinthians 11? That chapter starts off saying that the Yahuah is the covering of YAHUSHA HaMashyach. YAHUSHA is the covering of man. Man is the covering of the woman. Why did he start off like that if it didn't mean that? Context is everything. So when he says a woman should not pray, should not preach without a covering, that's why you see Priscilla and Aquila both going out teaching people. Women can teach.
Right.
Women can preach.
Right. No, that.
Go ahead.
Not only that, you want to get physical with a head covering.
Right, right.
This right here is not covering his head.
Right.
This is his head.
That's the whole
So
thing.
if he had an actual physical head cover, his whole head would be covered
Not
up.
supposed to look like a ninja.
That's a head cover.
See that?
That's just the top of your scalp.
That's why Muslims wear hijabs. The women is covered completely. Her head is covered. Huh? Watch this. Now let's go deeper. The priest in the temple wore turbans, or they call mitres. And on that head covering, Kodesh to Yahuah. So for that guy who logged off, let's do some study. Get in the book. We right here. And that's not pride. That's not arrogance. That's wisdom to understand what the book says. And that's given to from Yahuah. That's not given from us. Because a lot of people teach that, but they don't understand what the book is actually saying. Because they had head coverings, if that's in the sense of turbans, mitres, and things like that. This is not a head covering. This is just a hat. And it has Yahuah on it. Yeah. So, all right. 3 and 7. And the eyes of them were both open, and they knew that they were naked. They were naked, and it didn't bother them at first. Because the original design of Yahuah was to have you be shown his esteem from your body. Your body is beautiful. No matter what size you are, to Yahuah, Yahuah, he made your body beautiful. Man, woman, no matter what. Your body is beautiful because he created you. Dawood says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. We want to do things to our bodies to enhance. You get what I'm saying? So say what you laughing at, bro. But Yahuah made you fearfully and wonderfully made. So when they realized they were naked, watch what happened. They sewed fig leaves together, and aprons they made themselves out of them. Ever seen a cartoon when Elmer Fudd get naked? What's the first thing pop up on him? A fig leaf. Ain't that something? But man did that out of his own self. You cannot cover your crimes against Yahuah with something like a fig leaf. Why? You need blood. That's what we're going to. You need blood. You can't take a fig leaf and cover yourself. This is also another thing on that. Little nugget real quick. I believe this is why Yahuah, as YAHUSHA, when he came and walked the earth as YAHUSHA, why he rebuked the fig tree and cursed it. He was removing all curses. So he cursed the fig tree because they tried to use it to cover themselves. God, oh, it, bro. All right. So they made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of Yahuah. You talked about that. The voice of Yahuah is YAHUSHA. It proves that he is in this book. Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his woman hid themselves from the presence of Yahuah Elohim. That's Yahuah YAHUSHA. Amongst the trees of the garden. And Yahuah Elohim called unto who? Who did he call? Did he call Hawa, the woman? Did he call the serpent?
No.
Who was he looking for? Of blood. His name Adam means of blood. So he called unto Adam and said to him, where are you? Let me tell you about sin. We're going to say sin for the sake of the new people. Let me tell you about sin. Sin will always hide you from the Most High. He cannot look on crime, the crimes you commit. He cannot look on that. He will not look at a criminal. That's why he sent 2 angels to go look at Sodom and Gomorrah and give him a report back of what was going on. He not finna look at 2 men have sex. Huh? He not finna look at an adulterer. He not finna even waste his Kadesh eyes that are set and made Kadesh by his own being to look up on your crime. Huh? So when Christians say that we are all sinners every day, I have a problem with that. Because if you're a sinner every day, that means you have no fellowship with the Most High. He doesn't even deal with a sinner or a criminal until you repent. It's a repentant heart. When you repent and turn from your evil ways and come to Yahuah, then I will hear from heaven, and I will heal your land. That's book, right? So he asked Adam, where are you? He knows everything. But for some reason, I can't see you. Because I don't look on crime. You hear this? Why in the garden that I said Kadesh, I made a special place for me and you to have a relationship. I come to see you and you're not there. But you should be there. Because I put you in a special place. Paradigm.
Hey, sir.
Huh?
Let me say it. What does he say to YAHUSHA? Where have you been?
That's right.
Why he had to ask him?
Because he walks in crime against Yahuah. That's Yahuah Job 1. See? He does not look on you committing your mess. Christians say that. Huh? He looked beyond my faults and saw my needs. Huh? It sounds good.
Yeah. Make you a lot of money.
Right. Huh? Y'all, this is serious, man. I'm telling you. So he's looking for Adam. Where are you? And he said, I heard your voice out in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told you you were naked? I didn't give you that information. Because to me, you were just my creation. You see that? Because Yahuah sees all things. You can put on 100 million clothes and he still sees you. You're naked.
To me, he was a child.
Just like a child. Have you eaten of the tree whereof I commanded you to eat not? He already knew this. He wanted him to say it. And Adam said, well, I tell you, we as a people are awful. The woman who you gave me, he blamed the woman and Yahuah. You see that? The woman, the lady you gave me, did this to me. Y'all follow along. We going somewhere with this. She gave me of the tree, and I did eat. So now, he turned his attention to the woman. Because this man wasn't man enough to man up and take his responsibility. That goes on still to this day. In our community especially. And Yahuah Elohim said unto the woman, what is this that you have done? And the woman, not taking responsibility, said, the serpent beguiled me. And I did eat. So she said, the serpent tricked me. Here's the blame game. Because crime, because sin never takes responsibility for its own actions. It's always somebody else's fault. That's why Yahuah says in his word that every man will be judged according to his own work.
So you mean to tell me that facing Yahuah, I can't get up there and say, well, Pastor told me this.
That's the first thing they're going to say, y'all.
Well, I learned this in church. So we can't put the blame on nobody.
Or elder, or general,
No, okay.
or none of that.
We can't put the blame on, well, Yahusha and Yashar said this.
Right. Because that's why this book is here. That's why we got it open. That's why we got the book open. And that's why we tell you to look at the chapters as we read it. Research for yourself.
Right.
This thing is not designed for y'all to follow us. It's designed for you to follow Yahuah. Come on, man. You can't be led by the Spirit if you ain't led by this word, because his word is spirit.
Hello.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, what are people teaching? And Yahuah Elohim said unto the serpent. Now here we go. Notice that the serpent doesn't say one word. Why? Because the serpent knows the order of Yahuah. He knows the order of all things. He knows he can't lie to Yahuah. He knows he sees all things. He knows because he was up there with him. He knows how he operates. This is our first introduction to the serpent. We didn't know how he operates. That's why now when you come into the truth, it says you are not ignorant of the devil's devices. Because now, once you learn how Yahuah operates, you can watch that old slimy serpent. So now, the serpent doesn't even speak. He just receives his punishment. Oh man, here we go. He ain't no response from him. He ain't blaming nobody. You know why? You will be judged according to your own doing. It will be heaped up on your head. Here we go. That's why repentance is necessary, people. Because you have done this, you are cursed above all cattle. Why do you use cattle for a snake? Because, see, Christianity taught that this guy didn't have no arms and he was just slithering around. That mug was a beast. The beast. That's why I hate when people say, man, I'm a beast on the court. Man, don't use that, please. Be careful what you say. He was a beast. He had arms, legs, and possibly wings based on what he was. A carabine. He looked like a dragon. That's why Revelations call him that great dragon. He actually had movement of his limbs and everything. So because you have done this, you are cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the cattle, above every beast of the field, and on your belly you shall go. Now they say that he removed his arms and legs. That does not say that. You can be down and on your belly and go. Look at an alligator. Is he not on his belly? Look at any serpent. They're crouched down now to the ground. Why? Based on this book, that was a humbling for Hashatan. Because you walked upright and you walked like you had something going on, I'm finna humble you. I'm finna put your face in the dirt. Because what it say? Yahuah, Isaiah 14 says you were found with pride in your heart. Gay pride movement. Why do you think they call it pride? That's not gays and lesbians that came up with that name. That's Hashatan. When I see a gay person, when I see a lesbian, I don't see an enemy. I see a deceived person by the enemy. You get what I'm saying? I don't hate a gay person. I don't hate a gay man. I don't hate a gay woman. I hate the spirit that's in that person. Because that same spirit deceived me at one time. Y'all listening? So what happened was when he crouched him down with his belly to the ground, that was to humble you, boy. You walked around like you Elohim trying to wake up my people that was already woke. Think about that. Yahuah spoke to them. Who has that ability? Who has that blessing right now to say Yahuah speaks to us? Hallelujah. When you come into him, you can hear the Ruach talk to you. You can hear the Spirit talk to you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So what he said was, Satan, you're trying to wake up or awaken people. That's my job. Humble yourself. And then you hear Kendrick Lamar, sit down, be humble, sit down. You ain't no Hebrew, Kendrick Lamar. Not by the Torah of the Most High. You might be Hebrew by blood, but you're not Hebrew by Ruach. Not if you still selling your people out to Satan. Come on, man. So here we go. On your belly you shall go, and dust shall you eat all the days of your life. And I will put enmity, beef, between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. Stop. Women don't have seed. That's what they say. But seed means offspring. This is a prophecy of Yahushua, the Mashiach coming to earth. It's not just beef with us. It's beef with Yahushua. You get what I'm saying? The problem that we see on this earth, people say, well, why would the Most High create an evil being? I heard David Banner say that. I said, man, this dude don't know what he's talking about. He created him to give him worship and praise. His name was Halal. Halal means praise. You were created as an anointed cherub to be my covering of praise. He said that, right? So now, since you've fallen, you now have beef with the woman and her children. Anybody that comes through blood, you got beef with. You see that? That's what I'm taking y'all to in a second. Anybody that comes through blood, if you are of blood, you have a problem with Satan. I don't care if you turn up every night. I don't care if you drank Hen Dog, Paul Masson, Remy Martin. I don't care what you drink. I don't care how much loud you smoke. I don't care if you in the gay pride movement, NAMBLA, Black Panther Party, Rainbow Coalition. I don't care what you done doing. You are against Satan and he is against you. You cannot become a partner with him. He does not want a partnership. He has beef with you because you come from blood. He's still going to destroy you. It shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise, look at that, his heel. That was the direct commandment about Yahusha. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and conception. People always say it's just childbirth. No, it's sorrow in this life and conception. That's why the women are oppressed and in bondage. Because this was a curse from the Most High through the first mother, Yahuah. In sorrow you shall bring forth children, and your desire shall be to your man, and he shall rule over you. Why is that important? When they first were created, she was a helpmate. She was equal to him. She came from the Hebrew word is zalah. Christians, they always thin down something. They say real. She wasn't just a real, she was his half.
That's right. Side.
The whole side of that boy was split and made into a woman. Huh? The Hebrew word is zalah. It means side. Ain't that something? So that whole boy was created to have a person that made him complete, an equal. Equal in everything, tilling the grass, taking the gardens and doing what they have to do, raising the children. But now, because you wanted to go and do something on your own, I bring you low. And now the man is your head because of the curse. See that? We're going back to this renewed covenant. It ain't happened yet. YAHUSHA. That's why he tells women to be subject to their husband and to leadership that represents their husbandship. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's there, because of the curse. It's not there because men just wanted to lord over a woman. It's part of the curse. So now when you come back into the kingdom, it still has to operate that way, but now you have to walk in Yahuah. Okay. And Adam said, and unto Adam, listen to this, to the blood, because you have listened to the voice of your woman. How many people we know like that?
Man.
You old hen-pecked guys. Huh? You have no backbone. America is built on hen-pecked guys. You talk to a guy in the store, you be like, hey, what you gonna get? Oh no, I gotta ask my wife. If I don't, I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch. That ain't funny. Oh, I gotta ask her what she want to eat. Happy wife is a happy life. This is henpeckness. Because you have listened to the voice of your woman and did not listen to Yahuah. You notice that? He didn't even instantly say, because you didn't listen to me. Huh? That's who gave it. What'd you say, Doc?
See, that's what Hashem comes in. He has deceived men to try to think they over a woman when they ain't following Yahuah.
Right. Teach. Teach.
That goes for people that's in the truth.
Come on.
That's not for people that's in lawlessness.
Man, bro. Let's break that down. Now, anybody listening to this message, if you're not following the ways of Yahuah, don't go try to tell your wife nothing. Don't go spit your beer, drinking breath in her face talking about she need to listen. It is not for you. It is a person who is subject to the authority of Yahuah. Huh? She ain't got to listen to you if you ain't doing what he said.
That's right.
Right. It's out of order anyway.
It's out of order anyway. A Coke machine that don't work is out of order anyway. And you ain't getting no Coca-Cola. Because the milk and honey on this way. Hallelujah. So, this is only for people in subject to Yahushua. So, that's the head again. That's the head covering, not the hat. Speed up, like Daddy say. The head covering now, Yahuah, Yahusha, man, woman. Because Yahushua was the voice walking, looking for him, wasn't he? So if you don't look for the voice, you can't find Yahuah. Ain't that something? So if you're not listening to the commands of this word, don't go to your woman and try to tell her something about your house. It is an order thing. Man, this is book. Let's keep going. Because you have hearkened to the voice of your woman, and have eaten of the tree, which I commanded you, saying, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. We finna talk about America. We finna talk about all this cursed ground we walk up on while Trump trying to make something great again. With the blood of home slaves and things like that. But you're going to make America great again. What does that mean? Break down that word great. That word actually means terrible. Horrendous. That's what great actually means. Here we go. In sorrow shall you eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and also thistles it shall bring forth to you. That's why they had to make a crown of thorns and put it on Yahushua's head and him bleed. It was to reverse the curse with his own blood. Hallelujah. You see this? The ground was cursed. That's why the blood dripped into the ground. Man. All this is a reflection of the Mashiach, the Savior. The one who came to earth to die for our crimes. It all leads you back to him. That's why he says, I am the beginning and the end. I was always there.
Let me stop you right there, because while I read my comic book days,
yeah,
in the Legends of Tomorrow, when they were looking for the staff, in order to make the staff work, they had to find the blood of Christ or Yahushua. So when they went to the site, they found the blood and put it in the capsule.
See that?
And
I pray to Yah for nerve bruise like myself. So in order for the staff to work, they needed the blood of Christ.
Exactly.
It's all about the blood. And see, even Hashatan know that. Them comic books are driven by his servants. Alan Moore, Google the boy. He writes for Marvel Comics. He has dealings with DC Comics. That man is a certified witch. Look him up. Evil guy. They know this stuff. Thank you, Ark. Told man, that's good stuff. And eat the herb of the field, in sweat of your face you shall eat bread, until you have returned to the ground. Let me stop you right there. When Yahushua was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he prayed so hard that it says his sweat became as great drops of blood. It was to break this curse from the sweat of your brow. Man, I looked it up in medical terms. They say you can become under so much pressure and so much stress that your capillaries and arteries burst inside your body and you begin to sweat blood. How did they know that back then? If we're supposed to be ancient people. Man. So he was up under so much pressure that this reversed a curse. Hallelujah. For out of the ground you were taken. For dust you are, and unto dust you shall return. Now let's talk about that. Hashatan was told that he would consume or eat dust all the days of his life. So if you are dust, and he's designed to eat and consume dust, what is he eating? He is to devour the man. You wonder why you are under so much pressure. You wonder why you're under a curse. You wonder why you can never get out. It's because you have not came to the Savior, and Satan is designed to devour you. Huh? Our enemy goes about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may what? It's all the same thing. And Adam called his woman's name Yahuah. And because she was the mother of all living, unto Adam because she was the mother of all living. Her name was Yahuah. That's why we say Yahuah. Yahuah means Yah who gives us life. So he named his wife Yahuah, the life giver. See? You can't use that with Eve. See what I'm talking about? Jehovah. That don't work. It only works when it's right. Yahuah, Yah who gives life. Yahuah, the life giver. She who gives life. And unto Adam and his woman did, well, pay attention to this, Yahuah Elohim made coats of skins and clothed them. Why did he use animal skins? Because he had to shed blood to cover them for their crimes. Without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness of your crime. So because they had did something wrong, them fig leaves won't work. Huh? How many of you as a little kid, your mom came and whooped you, you got your notebook trying? Boy, that ain't finna stop nothing. Mama, no. The only protection is blood. So before I send you out of this garden, I have to cover you, atone. That's what atone. The feast of atonement is about to come. It's around the corner. It's atonement for your crimes. You have to cover yourself. But see, Yahuah knew this concept because he made it. That's why it says what? Unto Adam also and to his woman did Yahuah make the coats. You got anything? Let me finish this. And Yahuah Elohim said, behold, man has become one of us.
Pay attention.
That's why you got these commits and stuff beating their kids on. We gods. The woman is the woman. She's the God. What's up, God? Bust around say it all the time. Oh, it's a God, all right. You know, it bust that quick. You have a spirit that make you feel like you are one of us. That's what he said. You have become one of us. What does that mean? You have understanding now and power to make decisions now. Now, because, why did he say that after he made the coats? You have power right now to build an altar, kill an animal with blood, and conjure something before you.
Free will.
Free will. You are like Elohim. But just because you are like Elohim does not stop your punishment. Huh? You are like a mighty one. That's why magic and magicians, they say they do stuff out of their own power. It's will. Huh? It's will. They can take one of these things and make it float in your face. But what they do, they subjected themselves to the law of Yahuah and subjected themselves to demons. When I say the law of Yahuah, I mean in the spirit world, it's a subjection now. And once you shed that blood, you can make stuff float. That ain't no joke, man. I don't know if you've seen on Facebook, it's a dude, it's a black dude. He's sitting there high as a kite. He said, man, watch this, man. And he snaps and make money come into his hand. He keep doing it. He can do that. That's not far-fetched because he done did something to shed blood. He has given a blood sacrifice in order to open himself up to be like Elohim. Man, come on. And to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. He had to kick him out the garden before it was too late, because if he became eternal at the time after he ate that fruit, there would be no hope for us. Yahushua said he's the tree of life. His hands were stretched forth. Huh? Man, it's powerful. Hallelujah. But see, watch this. Already they were eternal. They could have went around the garden and ate from the tree of life and remained eternal. But he said, you shall die in the day you eat it. 930 years Adam lived. A day to Yahuah is 1,000 years. So he died within that day. Man. So when he comes back for the millennial reign, which is 1,000 years, he is restoring the day you lost.
And we're going to spend the day with him.
And we're going to spend the day with Yahushua. Because Adam lost the day. Huh? It wasn't as soon as he ate it, he fell over like Snow White and whatever her name was. Man, we've been blinded by stupidness. Huh? He died spiritually. And in his spiritual dying, his blood became corrupted. And when blood is corrupted, it rots you away. You receive sickness and disease and infirmities. See what I'm saying? But that's why the blood has to be removed. That's what embalming and stuff is removing of the blood. Because if not, that person will wither away so quick. So they have to remove the blood. We talked about last time that when a person dies, you lose 2 pounds. Why? Because the ruach leaves the blood. Man, you lose 2 pounds, bro. Man. That's why he said life is but a handbreadth. God, dog it, man. All right. So, therefore, Yahuah Elohim sent him forth out of the garden of Eden, and to till the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out all the man. And he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim. Those are what Hashatan was. So he sent something powerful enough to hold down the fort. That's your paradise, people. When you see people die and they put rest in heaven, they have no understanding what they're talking about. No. Paradise is this very garden. And if you're not living right, you didn't make it. There is a pit in the middle of the earth. And there is Paradon, which this is called Garden of Fruit. That's what that means. Fruit garden. Paradon. You see what I'm saying? These Hebrew words matter. Why? Because if not, if you don't understand this, you over there thinking somebody done died like Bugs Bunny, floating with a halo on his head to the clouds. Looking down on you and becoming butterflies and foolishness.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all sound like crazy people. And then they call us crazy.
They legit believe that.
Bruh, they call us crazy. They say, y'all look cold. Boy, you believe your brother a butterfly. All right. So, he praised cherubim and a flaming sword. What was that sword? The Torah. The word of Yah was placed, a flaming sword, which turned every way. Huh? You can't get past the word. It turns every way, protecting any entrance you try to do. Look at the book. Man, to guard the way of the tree of life. So when you pass on as a believer, that's where it says to be absent from the body is to be present with Yahuah. It's not Christian. To be absent from the body is present to the Lord. They're in heaven right now.
Right. And what did he do in the garden? He walked with them.
He walked with him. So when you die as a believer, you go to paradise. That's why if you look at Luke 16, you can write it down in 23. It talks about Abraham and Alazar. They call it Lazarus. That's wrong. Alazar means Elohim is my help. See? That word has meaning. Not Lazarus. Greeks. So Alazar is in paradise with Abraham, and he's in his bosom holding him. Why? Because Abraham was promised to be able, and he said, you can count all the children you receive. You can count the stars. You can count your children. So every time a person that's a believer passes on, he is welcomed into Abraham's bosom. He's in the Father's bosom. Huh? He welcomes. Yahuah has loved him so much that you get to see every child given to you. Boy! And he takes them in. Welcome, son. Welcome to the kingdom. That is a blessing for him. Who they got in Christianity? St. Peter at the gate.
Oh, who is this guy?
What that? Who is that guy?
Who is he?
St. Peter? Where you get that from? He at the gate. Let me look your name up.
Don't worry, we got a scale with JC ready to jump on it for you.
Oh my goodness. Foolishness. But Abraham is there to welcome you in. That's why the rich man was called across from the pit of flames. It doesn't change just because you come become a Hebrew. There is still a lake of fire. Christianity got that one right.
Yeah.
Because it actually says lake of fire.
Yeah.
He got it right. There's still a pit. So he called and said, Abraham, have Lazarus go forth and get my brothers. Trying to put that guy to work. See how he do?
Same mentality.
Same mentality.
As when he was
It didn't change. As you die, so as you shall be.
That's right.
God, dog it. That's good stuff. So, when you die, as a believer, you go into paradise. And then, as an unbeliever, you go to the pit. There is a great gulf fixed. Hanak talks about it. Enoch, it talks about it in that very chapter I just gave. So the gulf is, they can see them, but they can't get to them. You can see them, but they can't get to them. That until the day of resurrection. Why is resurrection possible? Because of the blood, the resurrection will bring life back into your body. You will stand before Yahuah and reign with him as a believer. And you will rule this earth. Man. And guess what happens? The temple comes down out of the sky, and paradise comes up out of the earth. And they meet together. Man and woman join together. Boy. Man, huh? So remember last time we talked about the earth being a woman. That's why when you shed blood, and you shed the blood of people, when it soaks into the earth cries out. Huh? The earth cries out for help. And it turns against you. That's why you see earthquakes. That's why you see floods. That's why all this calamity is going on. Nobody has stopped and said, what did we do? Huh? Nobody said, what did we do? What's going on? Everybody's still doing their stuff. Steph sent a thing the other day. They were... Oh, Steph did a thing the other day. She showed me something. It says how you turn up during a hurricane. And they got getting beer and everybody, twerking and everything. They don't have no concern. It's never an evaluation of self to say, hey, maybe we did something to cause this to happen. Huh? Maybe we did something to make this happen. It's never a, what did we do? But I told you, Beyonce, one of your people that you love so much. I'm sorry, I ain't sorry. No repentance, I ain't sorry. Oh girl, she's saying that. That one sacrificed you. What did we do, Yahuah? Every time you see this book, they turn their face towards Jerusalem and they ask for help. Right. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and turn from their wicked ways and seek my face, then I will hear from the Shemayim and I will heal your land. This land is sick, bruh. And you wonder why Kaepernick don't stand up for a blood pledge. Huh?
That's not even...
I wish somebody would come tell me to stand up.
And that's not even the whole thing anyway. Because if you look up the real thing, it'll tell them about killing off the black people.
That same song
exactly
talks about killing black slaves and natives. Wow. Go ahead. I'm going to go in the phone.
You want to go to Hebrew?
No, I'm going to vote.
Oh, I got Hebrew. Let me get to the other one.
And then I'll let you get Hebrew. You all right? There's some water. Huh? Will you pray for me? All right, Genesis of Bereshit 4. Adam had, I'm going to paraphrase so I can get it right quick. Adam and Hawa, he knew Hawa. This is the first time that sex is mentioned in the book. Hawa did not sleep with the serpent. You don't see that nowhere where I read, right? What? Foolishness. Dumb foolishness. He knew his wife. She conceived and bore Cain, which they call Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from who? Yahuah. Not from serpent. Stupid. And she again bore his brother Habal, which they say Abel. Habal was a keeper of the sheep and Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time, that point right there, it says a moedim, or an appointed time. That was actually a feast time. People who don't keep feasts. At an appointed time in your King James, it came to pass that Cain brought the fruit of the ground. Paradine. See that? No blood though. And offering it to Yahuah. And Habal, he also brought the firstlings of his flock blood. And the fat thereof. Just like Torah says. I thought Torah was gone. I thought Torah was gone. Man, let me take that off. With it. Alright. So he brings the firstlings of his flocks. And Yahuah had respect unto Habal or Abel and his offering. Well, when you look at Colossians 2, it says, don't let any man judge you in respect. Right. See there? Of a holy day. Of meat and drink offering. Sabbaths, new moons. See? Because there's a respect level there. If you respect something, that means you're doing it or receiving it. Right. Man, these people screwed this whole book up. Gordon. Yahuah had respect unto Abel and his offering. But unto Cain and unto his offering, he had no respect. Why? He offered fruit. He didn't offer blood. At an appointed time, Yahuah required blood. Why? Because your parents, your mother and your father had required blood. They committed crimes. So if you're bringing me a crime offering, you're bringing me an offering of blood. Cain didn't want that. He wanted to present some fruit. I'm going to give you some fruit. Huh? That was his heart.
Right. That also, even echoes even in the day, like, we cannot offer Yahuah something he's not asking to get. Right. If he's commanding us or asking us to give him something in particular, then that's what he expects. For instance, no. If he asks and commands us to keep the Shabbat, right, then we cannot give him Sunday because we want to do it.
Teach y'all.
Huh?
Teach y'all.
So if Yahuah is telling us what he wants as his offering from us, then we have to get an offering that he requires, or we'll be just like Cain. Who's to say that fruit that he gave wasn't a good fruit?
Right. Man, come on.
He didn't give no spoiled fruit. It could have been the best of the fruit that was out there.
Oh, my goodness. Come on, man. Teach.
So just because we giving you something that we may think that is great
so I can't give
to ourselves.
I can't give him a sacrifice of praise.
Oh, I can't. What does that even mean?
Give him a sacrifice of praise.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Give him a sacrifice.
You're sacrificing the praise?
Of praise.
I guess sacrificing that praise.
I can't.
I guess when they lift their little dirty hands up.
It has to be we actually give them.
Come on, you teach. Like I said, he gave out of his own heart, an evil heart, what he wanted to give. That's the same thing that his mother had did when he said don't eat. She added something. Right. Now he added something. Right. But the righteous one, Habal, man, it's good. He offered a first fruit offering of animals, of blood. But unto Cain and his offering, he had no respect. And Cain was very upset. And his countenance fell. Ain't that something?
How you think people go feel when they get to it?
Man, they're going to be very upset. And Yahuah said unto Cain, why are you upset? Why are you angry? Why are you wrong? Why is your countenance falling? If you do well,
Oh my goodness.
Shall it not be accepted?
That's a y'all book.
What are you going to hear at the end? Well done, my good and faithful servants. Enter into the joy of Yahuah. What is the wicked going to hear? You wicked and lawless servant. Enter into Gehenna, punishment, Tophet, the pit made for the devil and his angels. That ain't hate speech, that's the truth. Right. We have to line up too, right? Man, y'all guys are some hateful guys. No, we some loving guys. Because we give you the whole boy. We give you both sides. You can choose, but we ask you to choose life. If you do well, would you not be accepted? And if you do not well, crime, sin, lies at the door. Wow. That mug is crouching for you. Crime is waiting for you at the door. Huh? The doors of the church are open. You waiting. I ain't know what that meant, boy. We hit that one time. I looked at that. It's a pastor lying.
Did they lock the door when they
started? One of those open.
Did they lock the door when we started?
The doors of the church are open.
Why'd they lock them?
Lying, bro. But watch this. And you shall be his desire. Now watch this. The woman was made to have a desire for her man. Now Cain is given a desire to be subject to his man. Sin. Crime. You see that? Man, you are slave to sin. That's why I'm not mad at a gay person. That's why I'm not mad at a crackhead. I'm not mad at an adulterer. I know that they are slaves to their crimes. You can't stop it on your own. There is no 12-step program for homosexuality. There is no 12-step program for alcoholism. There is no 12-step program for sex addiction. The only one that can save you is Yahuah.
Oh, yeah.
Your desire shall be for your crime. Unto you shall be his desire, and you shall rule over him. And Cain talked with Habal his brother, and it came to pass that when they were in the field, and Cain what he was telling them was, you got a desire to commit crime, but you need to take. See, that reads wrong. It's saying you got the power to rule over it, because now you are made like us. See Yahuah talking now? You see the understanding? So he's saying, don't let that happen. I need you to strengthen yourself up, walk right, pretty much give another sacrifice. Not a tithe.
Or sacrifice of praise.
Man, I heard a pastor preach that the reason why crime into the world was they touched Yahuah's tithe. That tree of knowledge of good and evil was the tithe. Bishop McClendon, you can look him up, McClendon, his name is, Clarence McClendon. He said, you touch the tithe. You can't touch the tithe, church. Man, bro, ugh. You got stinking thinking. And Cain talked with his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against his brother and killed him. Why? That was what Yahuah was warning him about. He was warning him that was finna kill him. You need to man up. Take responsibility. How many black fathers we got in this world that don't take responsibility? How many black mothers? The reason why we fallen as a people, there is no accountability for actions whatsoever. We blame it on everybody. We holler Black Lives Matter. Police kill all our people in the street. We holler Black Lives Matter, but we bumping a rapper that's telling you to kill people in the street. Why Black Lives don't matter when gangs in the cities where gangs are at? Huh? Why Black Lives don't matter at abortion clinics? Those are blacks. Huh? We hypocrites. We liars. If Black lives don't matter, it needs to matter across the board. Black lives matter to me. I don't want to hear your gay rapper flashing his gun, young thug. Huh? Rapping about some mumble foolishness, talking about killing somebody else. I don't want to hear Kendrick Lamar say, if I kill a nigga, it won't be the alcohol. I'm the realest nigga after all. Black lives then don't matter. Because if you my brother, I cannot slay my brother. That's what Cain did. That's why Yahuah says he will attack the spirit of Cain. You hate your own brother. When will we say that we love our brother? When will we get out here and hug our brother? Where you Crips Bloods, Vice Lords, folk, DQs. Black lives don't matter, man. That's why police feel comfortable in killing them.
Yeah, I also believe that, like, back then, like in the 80s, I believe the 80s or the 70s, Christian Bloods were never against each other.
Right.
They were helping to build each other's community.
They came from Black Panther. That's actually true. But the government got in and made them against each other. It's always the government.
Exactly.
And it ain't really black and white. The government hate poor white people. I said that in the store the other day. I said it ain't black and white. They hate all of us. They hate us all. And the white guy said, he's right. Ain't my government. That's right.
It was just like yesterday.
If we can get past all that foolishness, we will see that they really against all of us. Why? Because Satan is an equal opportunity destroyer. He will kill every one of us. You got a whole room of people, black, white, Asian. If he come in here, I want all y'all. Go ahead, Doc.
We had like a white guy at Walmart. Me and my wife spoke where we didn't speak to him. He was saying, he was like, Trump need to make everything a lot cheaper for us poor white people to buy.
See, they have a problem with Trump too. They just boosted in the media like it's white versus black.
Same
but
thing.
It ain't.
We talked about yesterday.
Yeah, man.
We ran a lot of
Same
white people
stuff.
yesterday. They gave us good deals on everything.
See?
Nice, like nice speaking.
It ain't racism.
Exactly.
It ain't racism. He's doing, the media is pushing racism so that you'll think it's racism. He against all of y'all.
Yeah.
Huh?
They just showed on the media what it is.
Let me tell you something. I talked to a guy and I said, Kaepernick, if you a veteran, right? If you fought for this country, you fought for the KKK. You fought for Muslims, right? They in this country, right? You fought for Sikhs. That's a religion. You fought for gays. You fought for straights. When you went to war, you didn't say, I'm only fighting for the red-blooded American. Did you?
Nope.
I ain't fighting for the Mexicans over here taking our jobs. You fighting a war for America. So when you come back and Kaepernick does not stand for your song or for your pledge, why then does it offend you because you fought for his right not to stand? Satan got us all blind. And we arguing about things that don't matter. My vow to myself and to Yahuah is I'm finna argue this book. I'm finna get people to understand whether you are black, white, red, yellow, you come from Adam. You come from Hanak. You come from Noah. Whether you come from Shem, Ham, or Yafet. Whether you are of Yehudah, of Yashar, you come from Adam. You are of blood. And Hashatan has a problem with you. He has a whole problem with you. Now, will I speak against the clan? By all means, I do not like them guys. But will I speak against anything that's against his Torah? By all means. I speak against Black Lives Matter because Black lives don't really matter, because why aren't you everywhere that Black lives should matter? It's all about man. A false balance is an abomination to Yahuah. That's the book. If it ain't balanced right, if it ain't righteous, it ain't righteousness. If you're going to say you for something, be for it all the way. I'm for this book. I want you, if you black, white, red, yellow, green, huh? It don't matter what color you are. I want you in this book to be saved in the day of judgment. And you're not saved now, Christian. It's a day coming. It's a day of judgment coming, and I want you in the kingdom with me. There won't be no arguments of Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. There not going to be no arguments of KKK versus Black Panther, Blood versus Crip. You know what the discussion going to be? Man, Yahuah loves us all. Hallelujah. Hallelujah to the creator of the universe. Baruch atah Hashem Yahuah Malek Haolam Olamim. Blessed are you, Yahuah, King of the universe forever. That's all going to be the conversation. Huh? It ain't going to be no feminism and no transgenders trying to show their blood pad and all this foolishness. To show that men can bleed too. Yeah, that's a new movement. Yeah, they let their period leak out between their legs. No, it's a woman that's a transgender. But the movement is men bleed too. Yeah, this is foolishness that's going on in our world right now. After Bruce Jenner, they got stupid. Yeah, I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it, so y'all got to get it too. Falling hollow, we all want. Take that. Take that. I did. This is the foolishness that we see in this world. You know why? I just told you. Shadim, shadows, spirits are being released. You're going to see so much stuff. Animal brothels, prostitute animals. They doing overseas. They doing foolishness that you wouldn't even imagine. You know what happened in the days of Noah? It said the imagination of men were wicked continually. Continually evil. Your imagination is because you allow an enemy into your imagination. Television is designed to do so. American Horror Story is not just a story. Those are real people. Madame Bouveau, Angela Bassett playing Madame Bouveau, that's the real witch in Louisiana. They visit her grave. Witches do. I know a witch that goes there and sleep. They camp out there and conjure up spirits. Huh? entertainment. They opening doors into your house. It's all about blood. Let's keep going. He slew him. He killed him. This is 4:9. Genesis 4:9. Yahuah said unto Cain, where is your brother Abel? Smart mouth joker. He said, I will not. Am I my brother's keeper? Am I to guard my brother? Huh? And he said, what have you done? Listen to this. The voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the Adamah, from the ground. No, you need to get that in. Get it, all right? It's probably yeah. The voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the ground. That is in Hanok. I'm going to find it. In Hanok, he said he seen Abel in paradise. And he was crying, avenge me, avenge me. The blood cries from the ground to Yahuah. Why? Because anytime you shed a man's life, life must be shed. That blood is crying as a witness against him. Now let me go a little deep. The houses that you hear on ghost hunters, and when they hunting ghosts and all that, the reason why you hear a little boy speaking and things like that, whenever innocent blood is shed, it brings a shadim or a falling into that place, and they inhabit it because blood has brought them there. Wow. There's not a game when they're hearing spirits cry out in houses and stuff. They are hearing the cry of blood. Man, come on, man. Wow. And we watch this stuff for entertainment. Huh? And we wonder why people kill themselves and stuff like that. You are entertaining demons in your ruach when you watch horror movies. Yeah. Man, it got so bad when before I came into the truth, Jigsaw riding out on a little tricycle. Hello, you want to play a game? Man, get your tail on, bro. That mother got a lock across your head with a key you got to find way over there in some water. How you gonna get out? And we watch this stuff for entertainment. I was one of them, man. I ain't preaching to y'all like I didn't do nothing. I was one of the fools. Man, how you gonna get that key, bro? Man, that boy dead, bro. Man, I swear, bro, he didn't get that key, bro. I'll tell you what I do. See, we always got some will. I'll tell you what I do. Tell you what, I take that string right there. Tie it up. That's what that key right there. I'm going to get out of there, bro. I'm going to get out of there. You ain't getting out of there, bro. This is the conversation. We fools, man. We all fools. And we make us so wise, man. We got so much wisdom when we hit that blunt. Oh, we can talk you down, bro. I tell you what. Before he even rolled out there, bro. I tell you what. Before he even rolled out there, I'm going to tell you, on everything, bro. Before he would have rolled out there, I would have been already done figured out how to get out that thing. So while he talking, I'm going to lock myself. I'm gone, bro. I done slid out, bro. I done slid out. We are sad people, man. We dead, bro. Look at your people with new eyes. We dead. So the blood is crying from the earth. Man. And now you are cursed from the earth. Why is he cursed from the earth? The blood you shed, that innocent blood, when it dripped into that earth, you agitated the earth. So you wonder why storms are coming into this country. Right. You can't escape them. There is no getting out of it. You have agitated the earth. Do you know Houston already is stacked up with blood? From Native Americans that you have killed the indigenous people. I don't say Native American. You killed indigenous people. You have shed so much blood. You have brought on his problems. Right.
Just discovered today that Houston had the largest abortion clinic on the Western Hemisphere.
What?
Huh?
Say that again, please.
That Houston had the largest abortion clinic on the Western Hemisphere.
Houston had the largest abortion clinic. Is that not innocent blood?
Wow.
Yes or no?
Yes.
If a baby is not a body in the womb, then why when you kill a woman who's pregnant, it's double homicide? Wow. They lie so much. They don't even remember the lies they lied about. Yeah. You're a fool if you believe that a baby is not human in the womb. Right. So when you leak that blood out, that blood cries to your them free will to kill off their children. And I'm carrying the blood of their children. And I'm crying to you. Help them. And you know what he say? I'm going to immerse it in water. I'm going to immerse it fully in water. I'm going to baptize them. Just like I did in Noah's time. I'm going to wash the blood that they shed. And watch this. Life for life. Ain't that the book? You shed blood, it's blood for blood, life for life. So those who shed the blood, I'm going to erase them. I'm going to repay them life for life. I prayed for Houston. And Yahuah said, life for life. Blood for blood. I pray for people when that happens. I don't want to see them die, but you know what? He is righteous. He don't care about how we feel. It's the law of the earth. Look it up. He says if Yahuah, Daniel, and Jonah, or Daniel, Job, and Jonah, if they were alive and they prayed to him, he still would not remove the punishment. And they were righteous men. Huh? You can't stop what is set in place by Yahuah. You can't do it. He has set himself to do war. Huh? He wasn't even going to stop when Moshe said it. Moshe had to go down, Moses had to go down and kill the people himself. Is that not true? Y'all, this is not heartless. This is law. This is law. That's why when we go into Hebrews 8, 9, and 10, you will see that this is still law. And it was because of mercy he came down in the form of a man to take on your crimes. We are all held accountable for abortions, for homosexuality, for fornication, for adultery. Huh? You are not exempt, human. You are of blood. Let me finish this. All right, you got it. Okay, the blood cries from the ground. Go ahead.
This is Hanok 22.
Man.
This is Hanok. From there I proceeded to another spot, where I saw in the west a great and lofty mountain, a strong rock, 4 delightful places. Internally it was deep, capacious, and very smooth as it had been rolled over. It was both dark, deep and dark to behold. Then Raphael, one of the Kadesh angels who were with me, answered and said, these are the delightful places where the Ruach, the souls of the dead, will be collected.
Delightful places.
Yes. For them were they formed, and here will be collected all the souls of the men. These places in which they dwell shall they occupy to the day of judgment, and until the appointed period. The appointed period will be long, even unto the great judgment.
See? They won't come out the ground. You ain't going to heaven. You coming out of paradise if you righteous.
Right.
Paradise. It's to judgment. Judgment has not been set yet.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I saw the Ruach of the sons of men who were dead, and their voices reached to heaven.
Come on.
While they were accusing. Then I inquired of Raphael, an angel who was with me, and said, whose Ruach is that, the voice of which reaches to heaven, and accuses? He answered, saying, this is the Ruach of Habel,
come on,
who was slain by Cain his brother, and who will accuse that brother until his seed be destroyed from the face of the earth.
He will accuse the murderer until his seed be cut off from the earth.
Wow.
Do you not think those aborted babies in the biggest abortion clinic in Houston is not accusing you until your seed be cut off?
Right.
They don't want to hear this, You know what they want to do? They want to send their money to Red Cross and stuff. And they stealing your money. Huh? They want to keep praying for change, but still doing the wickedness on this earth. You can't pray for something to turn if you haven't turned. See? If you have not repented, you can't even open your mouth to pray.
That's right.
Pray for Houston.
You can stand in the way and get whipped too.
Boy, that boy. Beyonce's whole video was underwater. Huh? Daddy Alabama. Mama Louisiana. Huh? Mix them two, you get a Texas Bama. She pointed to take. She threw up the 3-6 hand sign on the police car when it was underwater when she said Texas bound. And you telling me it's just happenstance? When the video before that, I showed you that. I think it's a 7-Eleven video. She had Shiva and Kali. I think Kali was on her shirt. That is the deity of destruction in Hinduism. Right? That's the demon of destruction. She was telling you who she worshiped. This demon of destruction is by law appointed because the innocent is asking Yahuah to help them. Didn't you say it right there in that book? Huh? Didn't it say it right here? Mind for 2 or 3 witnesses. Let every word be established, right? So watch this.
Good witnesses.
And now, good witnesses, are you cursed from the earth, which has opened out her mouth. That's actually a her that time. To receive out your brother's blood from your hand. So the earth opened its mouth and drunk blood. But the book says don't drink blood. But she had to drink blood because you forced her to drink blood. You made the earth abominable. You see that? Come on, man. She drank your brother's blood from your hand. You caused her, Cain, to drink blood when she was supposed to be righteous and pure before me. That's why he's going to bring a new earth. Now you understand why a new earth got to come? Because you polluted this earth. Come on, we're going to finish this, man. I'm sorry. Bear with me. When you till out the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto her your strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall you be in the earth. Why does it matter that the earth don't produce enough stuff for you? You have angered her. She will not produce what you need from her. Huh? You can't produce enough. That's why when giants were made, it said the earth could not sustain them. Watch this. A fugitive and a vagabond shall you be on earth. Why are you a fugitive? Because you don't shed blood. Guess what? Somebody is hunting your blood, buddy. Oh, he after you, buddy. And Cain, listen to this selfishness. This is the selfishness right quick. Cain said unto all Yahuah, my punishment is greater than I can bear. You just killed your brother, bro, who did nothing wrong but offer a sacrifice of real praise. You hear me? Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
He got mad at Yahuah and he said, oh, you want to sacrifice?
See there? That's crime right there. That's evil heart. That's selfishness. Watch this. Behold, you have driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from your face I will be hid. I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth. It's all about him. He ain't even mourned his brother. You notice this not one time. He ain't cried over the righteous. And it shall come to pass that everyone that finds me will kill me. See? Because they know. And Yahuah said unto him, pay attention to this. Therefore, whoever slays Cain, vengeance shall be taken up on him sevenfold. You can look up a rock group right now. It's one of the wickedest rock groups you can find. The name of that group, guess what? Is Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold. White guys love this rock group. Yeah, this rock group, I'm talking about AB. They have the spirit of Cain. They even have the actual name right here, Cain. They have a Cain coat. But people, we don't want to speak Hebrew though. But they have a coat of Cain. It's a blood sacrificing witch coat. They call it exactly this name. Anywho. Vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Yahuah set a mark upon Cain, lest anyone finding him should kill him. Ain't that something? Go ahead, Doc.
No, I'm not doing
Man.
Yeah.
This gonna be shit. It's gonna be part 3, man. But you need to understand this, man. What's going on? Y'all gotta understand. I talked to a witch the other day at my job. I talked to her the other day and I was talking about abortion. Actually, I wasn't even talking about abortion. What happened was I was talking about my daughter getting a huge scholarship to go to college. This is what she responds. She said, "Yay, I'm glad your daughter got that scholarship. That's so awesome. Now people," she said, "and I hope she finds the cure to cancer and AIDS, because now people can stop whining about people killing babies and killing off the people who may find a cure for cancer and AIDS." That was her response. That's sick, man. I'm telling you right now, we have a people in this world with us who care not about evil. They care not about the evil deeds they do. They care not about wickedness. They care not about hatred. They care not about death. They care about themselves. There's a storm coming right now. They categorizing it, this and that. It don't matter what they categorize. Yahuah is coming for those who have shed innocent blood. You can name it after a deity of war in Rome. You can name it whatever you want to name it. But I'm going to name it Yahuah's wrath. From now on, that's what I'm calling all of them. Hurricane wrath.
There's supposedly 2 more.
2 more. 3 hurricane wraths. You are not going to escape the judgment from Yahuah. Wait, though. It's time out. The pastor that we was talking about had his wife in front of Washington, D.C. praying for America to be saved. Did you? On camera. Is she righteous enough to do that? You guys are in a place that a lot of our forefathers would have wanted to be. We are in a place of hearing this word again like it should be given. My granddad knew this stuff. I found that out after he died, man. I wish I would have known when he died that he knew this type of stuff, man. I talked to my grandma and she said a guy came up to him and started dropping knowledge, and he went and listened to everything he had to say. I wish I would, because I seen that man laying in the living room in his book every day. I hate I miss talking to him, because he didn't really talk about much after that. My granddad wasn't really a talker. That's why I don't know how my dad gets like he is, me like I am. But this is an awakening for the next generation, man. Do not take this lightly.
We'll get ready to close out. We'll finish part 3 next time. We'll go into Hebrews, a few chapters.
Man, we're gonna keep this series going. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If you got any question about what we shared, I know we took our time. The reason why we taking our time through this is all lined up with they worship the fallen, we worship the risen. It's all lined up about blood sacrifice and all that. When we talked about Freemason and Illuminati last time, all this is the same stuff. All this is lined up. Yeah, you can cut it off, man. Y'all got any questions too? Holler at us. Thank you for listening in. Shabbat Shalom. And we're going to go deeper as we go. There will be a series of